Sup? It's me, Skatto-san. Haven't recorded a video in a while. Figured I'd come here and vent for a little bit. Let's come here and make another YouTube video. So, short story short, because I just purged the last video I just made. Recently got into an accident, injured my shoulder, laid down a friend's moped. And the only reason why I had the moped was because one of my friends, one of my best friends, a brother, got into an accident with his family. And I lent them my car. And so my other friend, my other brother, said, you know what, here, borrow my moped. You've used it before. You know, go do what you're going to do and use it however you need to use it. And ended up laying it down. I was actually on my way to work. Got to work, was parking the vehicle, and it went out from underneath me. And so that's how I landed on my shoulder. It hurts. Can't lift it like this. I can do a lot of T-Rex stuff, you know, but that's because it's my strong hand. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, a bunch of T-Rex movements. And let's see here. So, went over to the Cheesecake Factory, submitted some paperwork, got a copy back. A couple of coworkers asked me how I was doing, why they haven't seen me in forever. I let them know that I was injured again. Injured my back a while back, about a month or two. Had something going on with my eye, so I called in twice basically, and now this. So a lot of them are like, I was looking at a lot of my fellow bussers, and it was like none of them looked at me. None of them wanted to talk to me. None of them said hi. So it was like I could obviously tell, I could obviously see that there was like any realm of respect or cordial anything was gone, lost. One of them, which is probably like the ringleader of them all, the one who pretty much has the sweetest position, you know, post position. Anyways, let's go on. He was the one that spoke to me. He asked a few questions, and I told him I was injured, and he said, man, you're gonna have to quit the sports. He said, you can't handle the manly things. So I laughed, and I almost let that get to me as he walked off, obviously. But then I was like, you know what? Immediately thought of my old job over at Save Mart, and how Dennis Perez said, you gotta grow some skin. So I used to go up to the manager and be like, you know what, this was just said to me. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And how am I supposed to reply? You know? And it was about growing some skin. About basically getting to the point where someone can say something to you, not have it affect you, and so you can continue on doing what it is that you're doing. Okay? So I did that. You know, I sat there and I was like, I'm not going to let this person have any power over me whatsoever. I'm not saying that he didn't have a little bit of power over me as I was ironing that out right after he said that, but I cut that off. I cut it off at the head. Said, you know what? This snake needs to die. Pop. Done. Okay? That whole situation is no longer bothering me. So, yeah. Went about my business. Waited. Got my copy of my form. And he ended up coming up to me again and asking me when I work next or something like that. And I didn't hear him correctly. And I said, what or why do I work next? He said, when do you work next? I was like, oh, okay. So I replied, I said, I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but don't know if I'm going to be able to because of the injury. I don't know what the management is going to do or how they're going to handle that. So, yeah, I told him that there's a possibility that since I might not be able to work, and since I've already missed one weekend, and if I miss this weekend, basically I'll be termed, which is automatic. It's like policy. Like you're supposed to have like 1 day of duty where it's what's the word I'm looking for? Where it's on the clock, basically. So, or otherwise, you know, you automatically just get dropped in the system. So, and I told him that, and he's like, yeah, you know, it's just part of the system. It's gonna boot you. And I said, well, then I don't know what's gonna happen. And immediately he said, well, it was nice knowing you. And we chuckled. He walks off. I walk off. go home, and now I'm here. But there's some other things I want to talk about. Firstly, love my other job. If I could be doing that full time and it sustained me, I wouldn't have a care in the world. You know, I'd be. In fact, I kind of do it full time. It's just a matter of how many hours I'm volunteering before and after the actual work hours. Love working with the kids. I know that this year is going to be different than last year. This program is going to be everything that I know that it can be, especially regarding the Kendo Club, because I'm going to make it that way. I'm going to make that Kendo Club what it needs to be. I'm going to make that program on my end what it needs to be. So obviously I'm not the one that does everything in that program, but I am learning. I'm learning what to do, how to do it, what I can do better. You know, I'm learning as I go. This is only my technically 5th or 6th month, you know, because of the 4 months last year. Anyways, but the good thing is that because of the accident and when it happened and where it happened, workers' comp. You know, I don't know what all it's going to be able to do for me. I don't know. I got to open up some of these things I got in the mail and actually read them. But I know that I'll be compensated for a portion or something, and I'll go from there. Some other things I would like to mention is that I'm contemplating making a Indiegogo campaign, which will raise money to help fund the Kendo program. I do believe that I want it to also kind of handle some sort of compensation, which will be a part of the whole shebang. I do think I do put in quite a bit of time. I actually, just the other day, I threw down 5 hours from 12 o'clock till 5 in the morning putting together a binder, which I have in my room, all for Kendo. 5 hours pretty much straight. Drafted up something that I needed to get to my superior, shopping lists, blah blah blah. And I did it because I knew that I needed to. I needed to do that on my own time because I couldn't do that to the intensity that I needed it to it at work. That was resources, you know, access, blah blah blah. Printing, you know, I'm all self-contained here. So, in any case, I'm looking forward to seeing that campaign kick off. Basically, what I want to do is I want to get together enough funds to purchase the kids everything. Bogu, so armor. Hakama and Kendo-gi, so the pants and the shirt. Shinai, Boken, bags to put them in. So, Bogu bag, Shinai bag. Tenugui, water bottles that have straw so that they can actually not have to remove their helmet in order to, you know, quench their thirst. And some other stuff too, some academic stuff. I'm pretty sure we just got binders through the program, so anything that I have to do, anything that I choose to do through the academic portion of Kendo, which is going to be like philosophy type stuff. I'm going to pull out some books, you know, some from Bruce Lee, Hagakure, Musashi's Book of Five Rings, Sun Tzu's Art of War, maybe. That's kind of more of a tactics. I mean, just several books that I'm going to tease quotes out of that I think are meaningful, not just to Kendo, to life. I can just say to life and end that statement right there. And then ask them about it. Write it down, we'll discuss it, and then I'll tell them what I think, you know, as we're discussing. So, yeah. I think this program's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty solid. It's just a matter of me getting better so I can actually show the kids Kendo, train with them, instead of being like, okay, yes, swing at each other, because I can't swing myself. Yeah, so I am recovering pretty fast. My range of motion went from like nothing to like something, so we'll see what's actually going to happen over the next 2 weeks because my next appointment isn't until 2 weeks from today. But yeah, I'm really eager to get back into Kendo. My own self too. Going to the dojo and seeing the team again. And then, and then taking what I do learn and work on back to the club. So, yeah. There's more that I wanted to say, but time is a factor for everyone, and not everybody wants to sit here and listen to me sitting here in one place talking like this for that long. So, in any case, this is Skatto-san, and Jamata.